Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐞 Daily. I am your host, Maurice. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. Today's episode, I'm going to come to you real quick and talk to you about the new vinyl that I just recently purchased. And I just want to talk about the vinyl that I'm going to put up on the vinyl wall behind me. So without further ado, let's get right into it and let's talk about, this new vinyl that I have. So coming up first is new. I haven't even taken it out of the packaging. It is from OutKast. This is OutKast's second studio album. This album is entitled 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿ians. This album was released back in 1996 by LaFace Records. This is a classic studio album. Like I said, I mentioned this is OutKast's second studio album. It has singles on there from 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿ians, Elevators. I keep going. Like I said, there's a lot of classic songs on this album, and it's just a classic. I definitely had to add it to the vinyl collection. And it's basically an album cover of like a cartoon album cover of the OutKast members, Andre 3000 and Big Boy. I don't even think he was going by Andre 3000 as of yet, around by this time. Like I said, this is 1996, and this is their second studio album, 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿ians. So if you haven't heard it, definitely check it out. The next album that I have, that I just picked up, that I just purchased, is from 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐞. This is 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐞's album. I think this is their second album as well. This album is a classic. It is entitled Ridin Dirty. This album, it came out in 1996. It was released through Jive, Sony Music, and everything like that. So it got, if you're not too familiar with 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐞, is Bun B is a duo out of Port Arthur, Texas, that features Bun B and the late great Pimp C. So if you haven't heard the Underground Kings, that's what 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐞 stand for. Check it out. Check out Ridin Dirty. The next vinyl that I have comes from Nelly, and this is his debut studio album. This album was released in 2000, the year 2000, and it is Nelly's debut. It has some of his classic singles like Country Grammar, EI, Ride With Me, and everything like that. So I definitely had to pick this one up. I'm a Nelly fan. I like Nelly. He's definitely is a legend in the hip hop culture. He's definitely an icon. And like I said, I'm a fan of Nelly, man. So I had to pick up his first studio album. The name of this album is entitled Country Grammar by Nelly. Like I said, it was released in the year 2000. So yeah, so I had to pick this up as well. The next album that I picked up was from 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐤, who was a producer. He passed away probably about 15 years ago. So this is from 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐤. It's a dope album. I like the album cover. I like the imagery and everything like that. So the name of this album is entitled Donuts. So yeah, check it out. It's going up on the vinyl wall. I think it's dope. I think it's a dope album cover. And this album was released in, it doesn't say on the back, but I'm not sure when this was released. But like I said, it's a dope album cover. Definitely check it out. Another album that I picked up, I opened this one, none other than the iconic Cover. This is the Notorious B.I.G. This is his first studio album. This album is entitled, you know what it is. If you're a hip hop fan, if you're a hip hop type of person, and you know hip hop, you love hip hop, you know what this album is. It's the iconic Cover with the little baby on the cover. The name of this album is entitled Ready to Die. This is Notorious B.I.G.'s first studio album. This was released back in 1994. It has hits on this album like Warning, One More Chance, Juicy, which is my favorite Notorious B.I.G. song. They got Big Papa on this album. This is a classic. It's a dope album. I know last week Billboard came out, said this album is still on the Billboard charts. I think it's the longest running album in Billboard history. So it's still on the Billboard charts since 1994. So that lets you know how iconic that this album is. So yeah, iconic album, iconic album cover. by the late great Notorious B.I.G., one of the greatest rappers of all time. So of course I had to have this album to put up on the vinyl wall behind me. So yeah, Ready to Die. And another album that I had by that I just copped by Notorious B.I.G. is his third studio album. This album was released in 1999. It was the first album. Well, it was not the first album released after his death. Life After Death came out a few weeks after he passed, but this album was released in 1999. It has a bunch of people on here. I guess a bunch of people that they put together to be on this album. It has features from Redman, Method Man, Too Short, Missy Elliott, Eminem, Craig Mack, Lil Kim, Puff Daddy, Busta Rhymes, Snoop Dogg, just to name a few. So it's a lot of people on this album. The name of this album is entitled Born Again. I'm still looking for the Life After Death vinyl. Still haven't found it yet. It's out of stock. So when I get that, I'm definitely going to mention that as well. So I think it's a dope album cover, dope imagery. It was, like I said, it was released in 1999. And yeah, this is Notorious B.I.G. third studio album entitled Born Again. So I had to get this vinyl also. And another piece of vinyl that I had, that I copped, is by the late great Nipsey Hussle. This is his debut studio album. This album is entitled Victory Lap. Like I said, I had to cop this one. I like this imagery. I like that he's, you know, just laid back, chilling, and look like a Rolls Royce. So yeah, I had to cop this. This has this was a great album. It's a great studio album by Nipsey Hussle. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. I love the song Dedication with him and Kendrick Lamar. So yeah, give this a listen if you haven't already. This is Victory Lap, the first and only major label album by Nipsey Hussle before his untimely passing back in 2019. So yeah, if you haven't checked it out, definitely give it a listen. And I also got Kanye West's second studio album. The name of this album is entitled Late Registration. I'm sorry. The name of this album is entitled Late Registration. This is one of my favorite Kanye West album. I have this ranked number 2 on my favorite Kanye West album. His Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy is the best album in my opinion from Kanye. But I had this at a close second. This is a dope album. This is the second studio album. It was released in 2005 by Rockefeller and Def Jam. It has, you know, such classic singles like Gold Digger featuring Jamie Foxx. It has the single Diamonds and the remix featuring Jay-Z. He has Touch the Sky featuring Lupe Fiasco. Heard 'Em Say feature Adam Levine on Maroon 5. Like I said, it's a dope album, man. Check it out if you haven't already. This is a classic studio album by Kanye. This is his second album. This is when Kanye basically followed up his first album with this album, which I think was better than the first one. So just let everybody know Kanye West was serious and he was here to stay. And the rest is history. We all know what Kanye is now and what he eventually became. So this is his second studio album, Late Registration, released in 2005. Also, another second studio album coming from Busta Rhymes. The name of this album is entitled When Disaster Strikes. This album was released back in 1997. It has singles on there like Dangerous. It has singles on there like Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See. That classic single from Busta Rhymes. We all know it. We all love it. The beat go hard. The video is legendary when they did it, like the reenactment of the Coming to America on there. So yeah, this is Busta Rhymes' second studio album, When Disaster Strikes, which was released in 1997. So I definitely had to cop this one to put on the vinyl wall for sure. And the final album that I copped just recently is the Roots debut album. This is a 3-disc vinyl set. This damn thing is thick and it's real heavy. It's definitely made out of a lot of quality. This is the Roots debut album. This album was originally released in 1995 or 96, if I'm not mistaken. The name of this album is Do You Want More? Like I said, this is from the legendary Roots crew, one of my favorite hip-hop roots hip-hop bands, and you know, that featured Questlove, one of the best lyricists of all time, Black Thought. So this is their debut album, which is entitled Do You Want More, by the Philadelphia-based hip-hop legendary group, The Roots. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to make the video too long. I just wanted to come to you guys and talk about the new vinyl that I copped, the new vinyl that I just purchased, that's going up on the legendary vinyl wall that's behind me. So I'm trying to switch it out every so often as I come across new vinyl. But like I said, if you like this video and you like videos like this, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. Until next time, continue to keep pushing the culture forward, and I'm out. Peace.